GX
That is true. The deadlock theory is normally pretty good.
First deadlock play.
First ever? Holy.
Ever.
We saw it on Lotus before from them, and it looked pretty good. Giants on defense, Liquid on attack. Last time we watched them, Liquid had a very nice attack. They probably had one of the best re-clears of middle that I've seen so far. But I will say, majority of that was because of the Gecko. So they do lose a bit. Straight up sight hit here. I feel like the KO knife's gonna wreck everything. KO knife goes in. And that's everyone apart from Camo.
The immediate plan, a deadlock barrier thrown in to try and wall off some of these players to try and catch up those rotations, but a lot of it would just be giving Camo the opportunity to fight. Patatek has gone down. Maybe an unnecessary fight, but this post plant's already going to take a little bit longer for the
big aim angel here.
Kiko aggressive. It's him versus his doppelganger and Grabinho on the other side. I think he's just managed to dodge that paranoia, goes back in for the
no, it's such an important duel and it was such a long one. Camo did incredible. The fact he managed to get a double entry here is unbelievable for what was going on, really. EVC Tournaments, thank you so much, dude. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for the raid.
Towards that right side of B on the minimap, you can see it even in that replay, with it being open a smoke there as well. These players, despite having a good read on where the play was coming in, by the time push came to shove, they got completely locked out. So these two that rotate in through,
it's a great round from Camo.
Spamming a smoke.
That second kill is just everything.
All the while the players
it's a little light, maybe. We'll see. There are a lot of 2 deaths.
And also you could see how
Flash looks lovely at the moment. So everyone's going to eat it apart from the Omen.
You're going to see, and then those post plants.
Okay, well,
it's only a
Kiko did good though.
You would have hoped that maybe.
Realized everyone was hit by this.
Catching out any rotations at that.
Quickly came in to defend everyone.
Deadlock down a little bit is in terms of the information play. If players go pushing, unless they walk into a sensor, west side well placed, again gets nothing.
It's the classic, like you said, Patatek and that's decently low, tagged up, but not dealt with. The right clicks can be unforgiving for west side, and previously we just won't talk about that open and fight on A main. We're left with Flickless alone, being in a couple of clutches in the previous map. Didn't manage to find them, but you know what? I'm going to go ahead and say the statistics are not going to get any better this time around. And we already see the ideas from the deadlock. Like, again, this is the space. It's going to be blocking out those rotations. And like
you're ult for the big buy round.
Defense, if you're going back through mid and all the way around,
classic snowball right now.
So long. And then you go from the A side around spawn.
In the deadlock, we have the defense. Oh, so much.
That's something. But then to the A side, I'm curious to see what the ideas are there as well.
Even if you do the same thing, like you see a lot of people sort of connect in through here. If that's blocked off completely, it's another long rotation.
And I think obviously you're going to break it in the future rounds, like even in the next one. But in the pistol especially, it has so much value because you're going to have no ammo by the time you're going into a fight, or you're going to be sat there knifing it away, and neither of those are good solutions. So,
the other risk as well is like if you have to peek a little wide to break it, there's also a very good chance that you go down. So there's so many risks that come about playing against the deadlock utility. And that's before we even talk about the net and the sensors. The sensors in post plants have always been bratty as hell. And if you're a Neon on the retake, those sensors are the worst thing you can come up against because you want to be sneaky, you want to go sprinting through while using your wall. Well, if you run into a sensor, you're completely nullified.
Do they just instant plan on this? Kind of looks like it. A split. Yoru has a TP that goes here.
It went so quick, I don't remember.
I don't think they. Maybe they did. Maybe Captain Cow can let me know.
Wait, why did he run into it? Oh no, you gotta run to it.
I can tell you the impact.
TP close. So he spots one. He spots two. Omen Flash goes in. He didn't spot the other though. Yeah, this was nicely done from Flickless. Fair play. This was actually pretty good from Giants. They handled this one well.
An opening fight now. Going the way of GX. A big risk to go swinging, but it does pay off.
This is what works for them, though. It's these sort of contacty plays. They stun an area and then they swing it together. It's
no VOD, yeah. I'll enable it after this.
I am looking at Nats, though. He sat there with the sniper. A couple of those players are one shot. That's the first.
Oh, Jesus.
So's the second. I guess that's the Nats
factor,
but there's
hold up, though.
The two IGLs
Swings around about.
trying to win this one. Nats has left his gun behind. He's hoping to try and find himself another one, which he will. He still has time to play with. This is not a man you can afford to give a chance.
It's only a 1v2. Will be a 4K for Nats. The first round we've seen him draw blood, and he's looking thirsty. 30 seconds on the clock. Rotation from Cloud's going to give Westside a 1v1. Nats could be looking the wrong way. He adjusts in time, but Cloud
it's a huge round for Cloud.
Right
it's looking a little similar to what we just seen though. It's a bonus that was insanely close. Liquid did a good amount of damage. They win the next one. 4 people that can't buy.
You don't want that to end up in a 1v1.
But yeah, I think as well, the fact that if it's not for a really big play from Cloud, that's a bonus round loss.
Yeah.
So a little bit too close for comfort.
Thank you, Captain Gao. Appreciate that. Yeah, they didn't use their second one.
All he needed was one.
Well, round in the first half, or?
Yes. Oh, you can already see. That Outlaw has been repurchased.
The Outlaw, but only a couple that can get one shot on this. This pause is a little underrated, especially with an Odin, personally.
Liquid are happy to play things a little bit slow. As I said, they don't have that traditional Sentinel to give them info across the map, so they are just making sure that they're not leaving too many gaps that this defensive side can aggress on. Although looking at the build-up outside B, there is going to be a push.
Direct play towards the A site. As you said, the gap's left, and that's being sensed by GX. They've made the right call. They pushed the right side.
Giants have done a great push out towards B on this one.
These players on A,
they're here very early behind. Still only 2 on the site. They should just be playing to delay for the win condition, which is the flank at the moment.
And Westside to make it all the way up behind's the right idea, and I love that they keep control of the elbow. Even clearing it out with the Prowler,
fully ready for this, by the way.
Clear.
Wait, the timing on that fade out was great.
He drops right away. Now they've got a real leg to stand on this bottom side. A nade onto Camo. Nats down. It's beautiful from GX.
This couldn't be going any better. Paditech now last standing and doesn't even have
a really nice round from Giants.
It will be a fantastic round coming out from GX. Pretty much reading it.
Just held on to the map control. Delayed a good amount. The fade eye over towards here for the swing was perfect as well.
When they can box them in that well, and I think as well, I want to give credit to Cloud, sort of having the read of like, I'm going to throw this reveal down, not to reveal someone, but so that they are distracted. And even though it's just a slight millimeter off where his crosshair originally was, if Kiko's left to hold that angle, he hits that shot.
Without a doubt.
Paper, last paper. Nice, guys, come on. Let's go, guys. That's how we do it, guys. Let's go.
It really is, though. Like, the right call's being made. They waited at the start.
I mean, they probably should have tried to get more space, but they also had no idea about the flank until it was too late. So
that's when the B push comes out. Space is clear. A players give up some of the control.
Early camera actually sees a fair amount there.
Lets them reunite with the rest of the squad after. Deep play by Ara early on, sticking around for more.
A great stun as well.
It's the perfect round for it, where light shields are brought in numbers.
Oh dear.
Team Liquid.
That's insane.
To make it
did back-to-back rounds with just multiple people surviving. It's good for the money.
He got hit by a season by the net and then had a spam coming into him, and somehow Westside comes out with 2. Ara looking for his 3rd of the round. He's made the right read. It's not ideal. There's plenty of stingers to be had, but Kiko is slowly getting surrounded. He's trying his best to do any level of damage, but it is another for GX. A clean one at that. Only 1 down. They will now take the lead on the defensive side.
This is already looking better than either halves over on
Fatal
Sunset.
though.
It's not just
I mean,
about
Liquid
the
have really good.
They
could have a really good buy now.
Second half, but it's more so about how commanding this looks. That's a nasty little cam.
Yeah, this cam's strong.
And it gets them the info.
The EU Stinger's getting better. I mean, they're getting there. Yeah, they're definitely getting there. It's nowhere near the level. We got a couple of players that can use it now.
But yeah, like I say, it's the fact that now this looks like they have control. They've had a say in these rounds. It isn't clutches. It isn't big plays. Sure, Cloud obviously saved the day a little bit, but what?
Wait, a Giants timeout?
That's a GX logo. GX called a timeout at 3-2 up with 3 rounds in a row. Won.
Yeah, apparently so.
Maybe
3 in a row.
Really likes the number 3. I don't know.
Yeah, that's confirmed, by the way. That's not a graphical error. This GX have called a timeout. Color me surprised, Tom, because I'll talk about Pipson's early pauses, that split 3-0 down. always amazed me, but this one has really caught me off guard.
Yeah, I'm definitely perplexed as to what, maybe it's specifically going into like this next buy round, he has something that he wants to change, or maybe something that it wants to sort of pick up that can come in. Nonetheless, the players, well, one of them doing a lot of the talking and the other doing a lot of the listening, evidently, is going to be Nats and Cloud. And I think there's a lot of parallels between these guys. Maybe
there's a chance that they called a timeout after this as well, to be honest with you.
Started off as obviously these sort of superstar,
Let's see what happens.
being one of the best in the world at a time, still probably up there.
It's not the worst timeout ever,
into a leadership role,
especially if he maybe heard a call that he didn't like, or he saw something he didn't like.
These rosters have any semblance of success.
I mean, Liquid just have a ult advantage.
I think even on that.
Okay, so he's getting him to go aggro over towards A. The Fade Eye goes out, but they get that info. It's just a straight up retake over towards B. We play Heaven to try to get a kill from the kill trips. I'm gonna ult into the corner as well. Still one more trip. Yeah, dude, he gets the kill over towards Heaven, doesn't get punished for it. That's a huge kill though. Does Camo keep going? He knows he's Heaven.
Pulls back not only control, but also a pick, but he goes too deep. They're trying to pinch Westside, and eventually they will find it. And the real estate they've gotten, this makes it much more difficult for Team Liquid to apply pressure from both sides, because those players coming from main are going to be, well, that player is going to be a bit more isolated.
Ooh, flash through's good. Kiko's gone down. They've been isolated into a singular player remaining. Patatek trying to cling to life. He's got his nade to at least keep him alive, actually. Both of them have been caught. It slowed them down. He's got a chance to try and isolate one.
I went way too far.
And now just looking to
went
try
way
and find
too
the kill,
far.
But isn't going to be able to.
Yeah, it is his first. It is first official on the deadlock.
A nice attempt at least, but it will be GX to carry on.
They kept it simple, bounce off the right wall at the beginning.
Once the gravity net actually hits, that was really
Eric Jens with the tier 1. Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate you. Thank you for that.
Stuck in a spot. Ult goes in there, and it's a different game, but he doesn't know. Maybe there's a second player coming from up in heaven, and he gets caught in the open, you know? It's one of those things in the moment.
Final wait for the spike tap. I mean, once the... Dude, if he hits the ult, he isolates it into a 1v1.
Yeah, it's unlucky. Cloud jumping down behind the boxes.
I think it's also... Flickless was just about to step into that angle, so it is literally... He's gone between both of them. That's unlucky for Patatek, but
yeah,
well
a little rough.
Again by GX. I like the fact that they're immediately fighting for the player that's pushing into that B spawn point, because they know, okay, breaking the wall has a big
gets
risk.
the outlaw again.
Hold on
One
to
shot
that
everyone.
side. We do have an opportunity. Okay, Westside.
Well.
His spams have been on point. Camo immediately down. Now, something I do want to talk about, though, is that overall context for them. They have had, GX this is, absolutely horrific attack sides on this map so far. Even in their victory versus BBL, they were 3-9 on the attack. So you have to kind of look at this from GX, that if it's going to be like their last two matches on this map, they need a very good defensive half.
We're already on the board for the defense.
That's what's up. Talk to me.
Team Liquid taking full control of middle. They've left a gap. So walk up on A.
Hey, I got no idea.
This is a round to play
Bronze,
with
right?
a few more risks when you've got those pistols. Drax holding the B push up with the one weapon. A little bit more prestigious. The Stinger. Flickless easily dealing with them. One was already half. And Kiko and Trax left to pick up the pieces. Spike still in their care at least. But 30 seconds on the clock.
30 seconds
no real
left.
easy push. If they go Link, yeah, okay. It's going to be straight to sight. A deep fight onto Arrow. But without Kiko, Trax
Money for Giants is out of control. It's an insanely defense-sided map, so Liquid probably now want to try aim for like a 4-5.
Angles that he's just got such
I mean,
a
5 would be
disadvantage at, and an in-zone
great
flawless
recovery
for
of what's
GX.
going on.
They really are starting to
What if they want to use
make
their own
themselves
timeout?
heard on this second map, and
They haven't
we
really
mentioned it.
gone for
In
middle yet.
yesterday's game, they
I
had
feel
an
like
incredibly slow start.
feel like an
They
early
got
mid would be
battered
kind of
in map
nice.
number 1. Started to come back a little bit towards the end of it,
Yeah.
and then map 2 and 3, they look like a different beast. Now, this is the choice.
With what's
of their
going on here,
opponent.
I'd really
But right
expect
now,
Giants to do
well,
something
they've
aggro
won
as well
5
on one of the
rounds in a row,
sides. They've been
only
going
the pistol
aggro all the
second
time on the
didn't go
sides
their
here. It's
way,
probably one of the better
and they
times
have
to
forced
do it.
Liquid now into a pause, which feels weird.
But I could
considering
also
the
understand
last
them wanting
pause
to
was just a couple of rounds
fight
ago.
heavy over towards middle, because
Yeah.
I just feel like there's such a high chance that
I can definitely
they
understand.
go middle early
I don't
here.
know about the 3-2 up. Again, I feel like for GX, that was like pump the brakes. You hear some comms, you hear some ideas that maybe don't seem like the right ones, and you quickly just get in there before things spiral out of control. For Team Liquid, things are spiraling. They had a commanding lead from start to finish on Sunset, and here there hasn't been as much of a heartbeat. They're looking that little bit more deactivated. There's already
Psyops with the tier 1. Thank you so much, bro.
Losing a traditional
Appreciate you doing that, mate.
Leaving your back open, and GX are taking advantage of that. And so there's a lot then that they have to think about, and how do they play that to their advantage? I think they tried it in the last round, but they had weaker weapons, where you put pressure on mid, you leave those lurkers on extremities, and obviously early they were supposed to get Camo into position, pushed up close on B main, but he got spammed out by Westside.
So what the Giants go for? Normally when the Omen's here, they're ready to fight this.
What they've lost is the Gecko. That was being
as we can see as well, Ara's just going to be able to hold down all the A.
A lot of anger is going to get you into position, also help you get the plant. Difference is once they get into the plant, this composition should be better. But I feel like GX have actually done a very good job of
Fade Eye over the top, doesn't see any. They can go full aggro on this SI. Incredible
what a
shot.
Start that was. An immediate takedown. That'll be Kiko gone.
It's leaving the rest of the squad boxed in on the B side. They'll have to fight their way back if they decide to go for it. Now deep A main's being lost. They could have pushed mid. There is no information here.
No Omen, yeah, a bit of a nightmare.
But even now he's separated from the rest of the group.
I would
pop vision towards a lobby.
I would say B's easier to go, I guess, but well, honestly, it's all a nightmare. It's all a nightmare without smokes. Go for an A split, you got the wall to get out middle.
Has been conceded. For now, we can see it's nothing. GX are playing very patient, but the clock is going to run down as Team Liquid come to that realization.
45 seconds.
Yes.
Shadows traveling.
Grabinho in a good position, and re-aggression coming in from the remaining players of GX. He has timed that so well, Grabinho! He was playing fairly poorly at the beginning of this game, more of a support
locking this down right now.
The fact is, he's just taken over another in-zone flawless for GX. And they are looking unstoppable on this defensive side.
Yeah, the rounds haven't even been that close, other than like the 1v2 from Patty.
That's
about it.
Great
shot from him.
The funny thing is,
that's gross. Jeez. I knew it was nuts just from where the X was on the
map.
But I was like, how?
This paranoia, though, the timing on it, this is really what locked in the round. I don't know how he knew they were going for it, because I see him with paranoia in hand. I'm like, he's waiting for a sound cue.
They shot Prowler, I guess.
Reveal, something to happen. And he just times it in his
Omen
head.
TP over towards middle. I mean, he's here really early.
It's here. Worst case, you trade your PC utility for info. It's left Liquid in an awful spot. They called a timeout for the previous round. They find next to nothing. And now they've got
smoke
pistols
create a
in
lot of
hand.
pressure here.
This is a
They're showing over towards B main, showing bottom middle, insta call to go split over towards A.
The stakes of this game.
Yeah, and they cleared all of this and they didn't see the op here. They pretty much know. They might think it's an aggro. Yeah, a little jump spot just in case. So they cleared the first one and now.
Surprisingly to them, we'll go on to face BBL.
Now what?
So the bracket's starting to.
Rotate comes in after seeing that. Gotta be careful of the mid luck for sure.
With Heretics now being added in as well.
Bopper Kappa with the 20 months. Thanks so much for the tier 1. I appreciate the support, dude, as well. It's a long time also.
It could make things look very interesting if GX are able to take this map. And right now they're doing well. Nats at least has managed to make things interesting, and he's going to Viper's Pit.
In the eco?
The space from the way into the cross had to be found, and it is with Cloud down. They're all on site.
30 seconds.
Now even these sheriffs become deadly. You look at the utility belt, there's not going to be a snake bite for Nats, so playing inside the pit, essential, no orb either. It's a light by round. Don't expect much investment. Flickless running low on ammo. 37 left to play with. Azara sneaks his way around. He'll step into the pit. The Trex has just stepped out of it. That's a little bit of a gap. He'll be shot in the back. It's a free kill for Trex, and he gets there just in time to keep his teammate alive. The trade's needed, though, as Westside comes in with a double. And that is the man. I mentioned that, you know, Grabinho plays well on every map. This isn't the one that I expect to see him dominate the scoreboard on, but Westside, this is his playground. It's where he's had so much to say in previous games. He's the one putting up that double to close out.
The thing as well, it's the kill that comes through from Ara that's everything. He goes into the pit and it just finds Nats on the way. It's just got to be so infuriating. Like, there's another player further back. I think it was Trex that was actually watching for that play.
Come on!
And the fact that the second that pit dissipates, I think Nats also had the rifle. So you had the two players with pistols with no pit trying to hold. Like, chances of winning drop dramatically. And, well, 7-2. That streak keeps going. GX have definitely found their footing. Operator in once again. An early space being taken. Ara so aggressively placed.
The classic split.
He's going to have to fall back.
They don't spot the guy close. Okay, now he does.
Spotting a lot of info here. 2 have already been seen. Inside the cage now, ready for Flickless to retake that aggression, but
Westside does so much. Bro, how is Westside doing all that? How's he done all that? I'm not sure he should have got one. I'm not sure he should have got one. I gotta look at the util again there. Surely someone in main's got something for him.
Standing his ground and then
no Viper Molly.
Is this guy used to playing on mute? It's like takes all his sound away, takes half his HP away, and he just decimates.
Let's go, God! Let's go!
Headshots galore.
He absolutely locked that whole site down.
One team dominating map number
Guess a
1.
Yoru ult
Other team
Fado.
dominating map number 2. Both dominating each other's map choices. GX definitely not looking to head into that lower bracket, and hoping that they can make that charge towards champions. Had the same story with BBL. They put themselves in a good spot, but nothing is guaranteed as of yet. For GX, the only way they can make it to champions is
Liquid. They don't really fast mid default ever.
As in the grand final. That's where they have to make it if they are going to be going
pretty much with both
but
iterations of their comp.
if they somehow manage to turn from a 13-4 defeat versus Liquid, I don't know.
I guess from their practice, what an absolute shot that is. Look at the shots this guy's hitting. I'm guessing from their practice they have way more success over towards B as well. It's been such a heavy lean on B.
This guy's not worth it.
He was in B main the round before.
Yeah, that's true.
He's fought into mid as well.
And the round before he had the little pixel shot. There's another onto Camo. The operator getting untradeable picks.
You're telling them to do the avoid C-Net strat?
Yeah, this is it. We talked about him. He has some bad games, but he has some bloody great ones as well.
I mean, the ult's desperation.
Patatech the ultimate activated, but never fired through as Ara finally falls. The A site is not likely to go with him. Spike down in the smoke as well. And look at the credits for Team Liquid. This is going to be 9-2 with Kiko
none of these
saving.
buy rounds have even looked that close.
With Kiko attempting a save, they are starting to push forward for a moment. They'll give it up in the end. Okay, that rifle carried forward.
If anything, I feel like they should be pushing. Look at the credits on the GX side.
Already.
I would just try and kill him, but I guess they're showing Kiko as much respect. That's just gross.
My goodness, bro, it's such a shot.
Disgusting. What a shot.
Look at Nats, he's like, yeah, fair play.
An
absolute shot.
Fair enough. Nice shot.
And then this as well, it's like the plan was to try and ult him, and he's just sat there on the other side, and then doesn't even flinch as well when the bullets are being spammed through. 9 in a row for GX. What a complete change of fates from the previous map. And wow, Liquid, they could win the first round of the half and the last one. Just not a lot in between.
Change of their stuff as well. Wall over towards A, try create passive pressure.
There's been some big plays. You look at Westside defending the B site.
I mean, the whole map's so rough when you don't take mid that much.
He's still close to positive at like 9 and 10 up against mates. It's been big rounds from Ara, but Cloud, the quiet performer, he had his 4K that saved the rounds and stopped this from being a much closer score.
The shots he's hitting though.
On it as well.
Yeah, the shots he is hitting is insanity.
Don't go mid. I mean, it's a simple set of rules to follow.
Nowhere is safe. Oh, Patatech already gone. It has been a bleak scenario for the Deadlock. 2 and 11. Been having a rough time. Camo is going to try and take the space. He's done very well, but he's immediately traded out.
Nats here's this guy in middle though.
They should,
they
should now know that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you should know that Nats is behind.
Nats is behind.
Tough position to be in with an AWP though. Nightfall goes through, and now they can quickly retake this space. Round the back, Trex almost catches one off. The eyes drawn, the chance for Kiko to shine.
No way, man. This guy's aim is
nuts. He's got one more to
nuts.
deal with. He slipped behind the box. Ara doesn't know he's there. Now he can hear
No way.
damage done. It's a tickle, but the second
That's the stupidest battle ever. Oh man.
Clean from Kiko.
That's just anything but clean. Anything but clean. That's one of the weirdest ways to end a round ever. But
Alright, he hit some nice shots to get into that stage. Bro, what a defense off this was from Giants. Definitely for sure Liquid have to try to take way more mid or.
Oh, without a doubt. We're now Cloud and Aaron tied top of the board with Westside as well, actually, on 13 kills. Lights out performance from them. Let's hear a little bit from the IGL of Cloud during the halftime break.
I think the key behind the success is that we changed the working process and the people changed also. That are really nice.
What happened to the Gecko? I mean, got changed to the Deadlock. You would imagine to focus on their defense. So let's see what they got on their defense.
Was like noticeable in a short period of time, you know, because we had, I think, 1 month of practice and things were going really well. Like we were fixing stuff, we were going forward, never sits on the same place, kinda. So, and everyone was like kinda fired up, you know, to play. And that's why I think it changed a lot and we showed other face, like another face in the stage 2.
Nice! I think you won. I think you won. Nice!
I think it means a lot, like when you have that much downgrade from the first year of VCT and then kinda 1.5 year you are so down in VCT. I think it means a lot, to be honest, to qualify, because through all these years you are still doing everything you can, kinda, and when things doesn't work, and it's really hard to deal with. Not even physically, it's I would say mentally, you know. And then right now we have a chance, and I said to my players we have 1 week left before the playoffs after the game, and we just need to do whatever we can, you know. So we don't be sad after this. If we did everything and we didn't qualify, you know, at least we tried, you know. And then if we did everything, it paid off, and we are going to champs.
Oh, the Dream of Champs still very much alive down on that
how the
stage.
pistol looks.
Smiles on the side of GX as 9-3's been locked in. A complete turnaround from their map pick. Where
It is Corrode, so 3 is doable, but for sure they got to win pistol.
Liquid, a difficult horse to tame, but GX, they're not doing a bad job so far. Still a second half to play out, though.
I'll say as well, like Cloud, even when they were getting battered in the last map, was still smiling. Like, it doesn't seem like he gets easily broken mentally. And I think that shows through in the way that GX, it said both days they've been able to recover.
0%
GX,
outrageous.
when it came to their attack side,
1 game only.
have struggled a little bit more. And it's also where I expect the Deadlock to hopefully succeed at least a little bit more. It was a rough half, to say the least, for Patatech.
Didn't fully spam the wall over towards
still
A.
feeling confident though. Aggressive around the Viper wall, and Robinho's waiting.
Yeah, I mean, with the Deadlock wall blocking them out of A main, the only logical play for GX here is to either pick the B site, pick mid, or play default, which is where they've started, containing the control that Team Liquid can claim. The wall will go down right now. It's now gone.
Yes.
And so that avenue's
looking alright for Giants, really.
Big piece of utility,
especially as the wall goes down over towards A. They're in position to pop over towards B. That's a little rough, but should be a trade here. Oh, no trade there. Okay, well, that's the pistol that they needed.
This pistol round anything but competitive.
Yeah, it feels like the last
Milan, hello.
Camo.
The production's calling you out, man.
Good in the pistol rounds, and wow, any chance of this is quickly dissipated, and in zone
Cool, now you
for Team Liquid. They're back on the horse.
Without a doubt. This is where we can see a lot being done by Team Liquid, the bounce back, the shutdown of GX, but quite a road ahead of them to get there. I think they avoided the pitfalls in this pistol really nicely. Like I said, Deadlock wall stops the A push. Those players either hitting a site pretty soon, or they're playing that default, waiting for you to push in deep. And Liquid, I was worried when I saw.
You know why it's 1%? Is it literally just 1 retake? Is that what you're going to tell me right now?
For it to be clear there was a hit, and isolates both beautifully. Again, that wall coming down deep on
you guys
saving the day from that.
You guys never let him plant.
This time, not much invested. I do feel like a pivotal part of this attack side. It's going to be that initiator combo, especially Flickless. Like, his utility is going to be so important. If that
Liquid, ideal world, everyone survives on this one. Let's see how much damage Giants can do. The molly is lovely, though. It's timed so well.
It's actually going fairly well for GX. I was looking at that like, okay, this should be fairly easy. A bit like that one.
1 bullet, mate. 1 bullet.
This is where it shouldn't be very easy for GX at all. picking your fights now in the remaining 2v2.
Oh, he saw the elbow early.
To spot Ara. I think he saw something.
I didn't think it was his elbow.
Ara's flown under the radar. Apparently, the timing here crucial. As Camo comes in to clear that angle, the swing is in, and luckily he was still holding it.
It is costly.
A very nice attempt, though, and I think for GX, an ideal situation. You're on a low buy, you push a position really slowly, contacting as a group, and they decide to fight you. You'll take that every day of the week.
Oh yeah, they got rid of at least one gun. Another Guardian, well, here it is, was removed from the round as well.
Yeah, they did not expect them to burst through that. They kind of got pretty good timing on this.
Depends how much they want to invest.
They planted once.
Seems like Nats will be pulling in.
Nice, good job, boys.
A sniper of his own.
Damn, that actually got you with it. It was Galaxy. Thank you so much for the gifted. Galaxy, thank you.
In fact, it doesn't even look like he's going to be buying any shields behind it, so he really is going to be vulnerable to any of the weaponry on the other side.
Everyone's here. Imi's here as well. Hello, Imi. Nice win.
The level out for Team Liquid.
Oh boy. Hey, what though? They could have taken that. Pretty hard to play this map when, I was going to say. Pretty hard to play this map when you got Dawn Touch, you send it through the choke, especially over towards B. Trax, here's a lot of running. Dude, here's a lot of running. Yeah, he just hears them all, can make sure they rotate over towards B. They even got the bait towards middle. Or this one from Patty. Oh, this bait's big, bro. Spots 2.
The jumps are bait. They're trying to sell the idea. It doesn't work though. Like GX going.
If he held that down, imagine.
You see someone jumping like that, you kind of go, okay, they can't have an information.
Good mid-rounding from them to go all the way through spawn here.
Since removing Trex from that deep positioning, they know that the rotations can't really be spotted anymore, and the gamble from Liquid is wrong. They're going to go over to the A site, hope that that's where the push is coming through. And okay, sure, the sensors will likely give the game away, but they're not going to be able to get there quick enough.
Hey, if anything, this is even better for GX. Getting to push into this site, see where the sensors are, a little bit of info on at least one of the setups that Patatech has to play with. Downside is the 2v3, where again, Westside is very low. We'll see these players picking up weapons, ready for the fight. Time though, a constraint as it ticks away bit by bit. And
yeah,
all
double
the
smoke though.
That GX have to play with. These players are nestled in corners. The only one looking for a fight is Flickless. He'll catch a pixel in just a moment, an easy kill, and at this stage...
Why am I contradicting? Imi, what have I done?
Kiko wants to make it costly. He'll stick around till Spike Explosion, but Flickless is the one to deal with him and put 10-5 on the board for GX.
Yeah. It's a round where there's a few pieces missing, but I think you're seeing a much better look.
Didn't say that Sky doesn't need a buff, but I think you're mad for playing Sky. I think you're mad for playing Sky and Corrode.
Re-clearing everything as they go. I think just
the other maps I can get on board with that.
Like, almost moving things back to basics. Like they don't need to do anything crazy or overextend in this map.
Scan on this map
because they are so far in the lead. Of course, that was, as I said, more of a bonus, so there is going to be a reinvestment here for the side of Liquid. You won't have Kiko only having a pistol in this one. But if they are to take a
defeat pistol,
here,
I mean the pistol was outrageous from you.
It's too much of a lead, too much of a buffer.
Yeah, the pistol was outrageous.
Sunset, it's hard to lose faith in a team that's that far ahead, but we have seen many.
It was a fun game though. Probably not for you. Well, you got the win at the end, but must have been stressful.
Saw the retake stats go up as well. Liquid not in the best boat. I think 20% coming into this half. Deep play by Cloud, but he'll be pushed back.
Dude, no kills on all that Util front towards middle though, and Giants still get through mid. They will really take that.
A lot of bodies there from Team Liquid, but eventually it's conceded, and just in time, they'll be ready for this A-site hit.
Problem is, Kiko's literally had 3 people running.
Players on this side of the map as well. Almost everything they could ever need, and Kiko is going to start it off well. Patatech alongside him, expecting a re-swing, and he eventually gets it. Even still, though, a man you've highlighted throughout the game, that clutch factor, that headshot percentage, he's going to need the lot in this 1v3.
Kiko, I mean, he used the leak out smoke well as well. Just push through their smoke because he had the safety of the Viper smoke. It's a big play. Okay, very nice. Dude, this is going to get close for sure.
Slight course correction for Liquid, but still a lot of catching up to do.
Yeah. I'll bring it up one more time. The fact is, when it comes to the attack side, you're looking at a 2-10 versus Gentlemates and a 3-9 versus BBL. For the side of GX, this is the side they have struggled on. This is the side that they'll likely have been looking at as well. So this definitely isn't a done deal.
They took middle. I mean, I think they were trying to use the pressure than being over towards middle.
Now it seems like this is going to be a very fast-paced play into the B site.
It's just the fact that Kiko was here.
They've gone for stingers.
I don't think you can run that really.
Early flash looking to be set up alongside.
It's a lot of util on this one. Omen flash goes in, covers his TP. It's just an incredible fade eye though.
Out with Nats leading the charge, and well, the charge of GX completely halted. Key thing, you look at the utility in play, obviously with it being a lighter round, Westside doesn't have a lot to work with, and he's kind of gone all in on this B strat. The only trap they had is there, so these players going back to clear mid, to clear A in particular, they're taking risks. That's the spike. I'm not sure about bringing that with you, but either way.
I think that is the problem though. At this point, it is basically over. Like, I think they knew they had one shot at what they were going to do this round. They throw both
Everyone's
flashes,
getting melted around the map.
They throw the knife, they throw haunt. Like literally everything was put into that B site. They get nothing, and then it's like, okay, what can we find individually? What gaps can be pressured? Maybe we get some information, as you said, like even looking at the setups potentially of what their opponents are running. For Westside, he's found a gap, but that gap is being heavily watched. On
Which of these comps do I like? I'm not a fan of the KO. I would probably...
Not a chance, and it will be an
ideal world, I would probably run a Vice here.
You look at this series,
and then I think from what I'm seeing, Neon looks a little better, but
this is somewhere that
I'm not sure. Dude, I mean, the fade eye is just so good.
13-1 Fnatic not long ago, and
yes, I
then look at this. And I say, okay.
Yampy as well. Everyone's here today. Yampy, congrats on the win.
Chance to bring us to map 3. If they're going to stand a chance on Ascent, I want to see a
big
decent
game from you, Yampy.
Win from them here, converting on the advantage that they've already built. And if the gap closes in much more, I start to get very worried, even if they do close it out. A timeout called here as Ibsen wants to have his last chat with the boys.
Yeah, I'll say, like, even if we do end up on Ascent, I think I'd be very surprised if I saw a repeated story.
Holy, that's a lot of words per second.
Fnatic running has kind of been figured out, and both are going to run
going
into those comps. But I do agree in terms of just like maybe some of those players being a little bit more confident. I think about their last victory. Grabinho was a huge part of that. He had a round in this game, and still being a little bit quieter. If the game starts to slip away, who knows where it goes. They're still in the lead, but as said, their attack sides have been much, much weaker. And Liquid are, at the moment at least, they're looking good. It doesn't look like they're mentally boomed or they're out of this map by any stretch.
And I agree with you on Grabinho. Again, this isn't a map where we've seen him perform massively in the past, but it's just as an individual.
Okay, another big Baron for Giants, obviously with the timeout behind this one, so looking like a lot of mid-focus. They want to take mid early on this. Is Neon just going to absolutely send it?
It's an unfair comparison.
Neon's going to absolutely send it.
Ooh, there he is.
It's a good spam back.
Ara's been traded out.
Oh, bro, these fade eyes are too much right now.
Something that maybe wanted to be attempted by Pipson.
Speaking of fade, though, fade all goes over towards site. Nat is really in trouble. Nat is in so much trouble.
Westside has dealt with the danger.
Went for a pretty big play there, considering that he is like the easiest site to retake.
Got them to kill on Nats. Now the backside fight as a result, but Team Liquid,
everything's on this duel, really.
Equalizing the numbers. Kiko wide for this pick.
No way.
And it's Cloud to fall. 3 under the belt of Kiko already. The Omen showing up, and it's Westside, the man of the hour for GX. With time aplenty, Trex doesn't want to give away that he's joining in on this fight. Doesn't want him to know just yet.
Fade eye for sight.
Stepping down below. Trex goes walkabouts on his own, isolating them.
Damn, really?
I
thought we're sending the fade eye out at the very least here.
And one step closer to Ascent.
It's a big 2v1 for him.
I don't understand what just happened there for Liquid. It seemed like Kiko waited to group up with his teammate, and then his teammate went the other way. Like, I'm not sure why the decision was made to split up and look for clues, but whatever clue they had was desperately wrong. A reposition, but yeah, it's just Trex walking completely into the open, and then it goes into a 1 versus 1. That is a fight that he would love to take again and again and again if you're going to give it to him like that. A big round for GX. As I said, have struggled in the past, so they will take anything they can get on this attack.
4 rounds in it. Still a decent buffer for the attackers. Credits running low. If Team Liquid find this, they might have a way back in. That timing terrible.
That timing's outrageous on this. It really is.
Stick around. He's the only player on this B site. Sure, there's ones in Link, but Team Liquid are playing this one for mid aggression. It gives them gaps. It leaves it wide open for GX to pressure towards the B site, but they trust Camo to hold if that's where the push comes in. On the A side, on the other hand, the same
give up on the mid take, insta group over towards A. Dude, as we can see in the minimap, this is a pretty good call right now. A really good call. They're so heavy focus. That's a late wall on this though. The Giants are what? Gonna try to get a pick behind it and then just bust?
Quick reposition possible from Liquid. With 2 players still around middle. Does give the chance for a backstab. Nats, though, has already managed to catch out one of them. The second is there, and Ara taking a lot of damage. Grubinho has not found his gap. And now the remaining players, well, picking up the pace is not going to work for you. Running into the sensor that was spotted earlier in the match. And this all, it's finally worked out for Paditech, but I almost feel like there's so many players that just are going to get themselves killed.
Force them down to an eco as well, so should be a relatively easy one next, not the most money they can get bought into it. It's a bit of a weird one for Giants. Wanted to create a lot of pressure over towards A, then sneak up 2 towards middle. Mid went pretty early though, and I think the wall just got dropped and there was one out in the open and Nats won the first duel.
Again, you're starting to see those players in Link look at the A site, take fights there as well. That's when your mid players think they've got time.
Even he's just strolling out.
It's still being watched, and even there, as we see that duel go down in Link, the reload of Paditech almost baits Grubinho forward, and then Trex is out that little bit wider and ends up catching him off guard. Nicely handled for a chaotic.
Yeah, this is not much into it. No armors, no armors, all light armors as well. 2 sheriffs, 1 shorty. Ara's going to be popping his ult into this one.
That's the second layer. That's where the gap.
Did I see EDG's Corrode comp? No. What were they using? They were using a KO. Do they still use that, or do they change out?
Pit used over here on the B side, completely denying that control.
I remember first time I saw it a while back, it wasn't great.
Ready for a mid fight, but
and then they changed it to double duelist, I think, right?
They're moving towards the right side of the map. They're going to get their plant in as well. But
oh my god, Fatal Omen Flash. The Omen Flash hit 2, Fatal hits 3, 4 even.
Under the radar, so many of them low. But
hey, what though? They haven't taken that much space with it.
That buys time for the repositions, but those repositions are being watched. They're boxed in now.
They do it just for pressure and then just hold everywhere?
Interesting. Will be their coffin as the lid is closed.
Yeah, I mean, it worked out pretty well. They did just have a gun diff.
Now 11-9.
Dude, they popped so much util and then they just waited.
I wonder if we will see a change up of that deadlock util, because both the sensors were avoided in that round. I think they've started to realize where it was, but I think from Liquid's perspective, they're happy for them to just be boxed in. Okay, you can have the site, but we're going to consistently have a double stack up of players on the
retake. Oh, it was cool. It's an interesting way of handling it. So I guess most people were swinging this.
Distance now down to just 2. The same struggles for GX starting to arise. Bear in mind that all they've won is the round where their weaponry was favorable.
Yeah, I mean they were boxed in. They had to do something. It was a pretty cool round to watch.
Hope was looking so bright earlier, but now it is starting to fade.
The Omen's here very early. I'm not sure they know about him. Oh, Trex is going for an absolute madness. An absolute madness.
It's a mistake. It leaves Paditech isolated and he will fall. GX, they're back
open
to a 3v3.
site.
And the A site now up for grabs. They go deep. They've got a big gun to contend with, but that Team P lets Grubinho come out of the shadows on the backside of A, keeping that elbow control and allowing a safe plant.
Planted. A lot of
who gets into the smoke fast? Okay, that's all that came down to on this round. It was legit just who gets into the smoke fast wins us. Liquid just got in there.
Another opportunity for GX to get back onto the board has slipped away.
Oh, it's rough for Giants. They got another timeout, right? Maybe on that.
Is regretting using that 3-2 pause.
I think Trex will be happy.
He might be, but
kind of made up
and it's hard to
for
tell
a bit of a mistake here.
right? Pipson might have genuinely heard them be like, guys, let's just push, run it down on them. And he's like, no, Taniko, stop. No, don't do that. Do what's working, whatever. Like, that's it. For me, either he's lost his damn mind again, or it's an emergency pause button, and that's fair enough. Here, hell, you might want an emergency pause button for Liquid. You get the opening pick from Camo towards the B site, and Trex is like, oh, we got our pick, cool, I'm pushing mid. What? You know there's 2 or 3 of them there. You know they know you're there.
Oh yeah, they don't have another timeout, do they? Because they used it at 3-2.
Running in. That was lunacy.
Stingers go in.
They still win the round, so fair play.
He's definitely been having some.
So we can see on the minimap, Fast A's not too bad right now. I mean, it's incredible.
Climbing back, and that pause button isn't available anymore. They have already used the both of them. Haditech already left blind. The sensors were repositioned in the last round.
Fade-Eye once again was great. They don't get punished for pushing through the smoke though. It's a bit of a win right now for Giants.
Also kind of, I want to say he's trapped, but he can fall back if he
yeah,
wants
they
to.
hardly lost any damage.
He just doesn't want to.
I mean, any HP.
He's just assuming there's walls behind him as well, you know? Not going to take a look. Eye on the prize. Weak weapons for GX.
And 4 inserted on side, and they just cut down.
A little bit of a read early, and now Liquid know.
This Omen Flash could be devastating. Look at it.
No steps back. These
It
guys
hits
are
all 4. It hit all 4.
In hand spray is good.
What a flash that was.
It's a bit different pushing into the numbers when there's 3 of you with rifles. West side got to show off that headshot percentage. This is his gun, but up against 2, it should be too much.
Close.
I'd be lying if I didn't say I was worried for a second. 11-11 from that big lead, though, Tom. It's definitely dark tidings for the next map if GX win it, but now it's calling into question if we're even going to see Ascent.
I'm going to be honest, I'm not a believer. Liquid have always been good with momentum. Kiko and Camo both performing. Paditech,
what's the orb diff at the moment? 1 orb away.
He's got 10 in this second one already. I think his utility clearly built for this second half. He's been repositioning those sensors. He's been making things awkward with the wall. Been really enjoying watching what we've seen over on this A site. And the thing is, okay, you can avoid that and go B, but then you're walking into Nat's domain. No one wants to walk into Nat's domain.
Trex. Oh my God, loves a fight.
Trex is, yeah, he is a little crazy over towards mid.
Loves when Trex takes that fight. An easy pickup for GX. Again, that Viper wall up, you do want to fight for that contention, try to deny it a little bit, but it's the fact GX are sending numbers. They're in that pack mentality. We saw it in the last round. We'll see it again here. Camo
has to get one on site here.
He can't even take his TP. No safe space.
That timing's so unlucky for him.
These players have made a lot of noise, and they've wrapped on site. Nats was hung out to dry.
It's a great shot.
Although they managed to trade it back, it's still an advantage for the attackers who now have the spike to play around.
Just don't look at Kiko. The second your eyes meet is the second you die, and while there's already one. He's gonna try
in the corner to get info. We still don't know about the one on site. Oh, that was nice to get info on this.
Just to try and get Paditech a kill. In the meantime, though, Flickless isn't focusing on that. He's trying to just work out to help and find those kills, and he's already managed another. Paditech is all that remains. A 1 versus 2. He's made it to the deck, but Flickless
nicely handled.
stands strong.
Let's see.
3 kills
they
for
got
him
one
in
go
this
at
round. 3 of the best, in fact, as GX at least have guaranteed themselves an OT.
Yeah, I mean, it might not be the Red Bull clutch, but hell, it's just as good. He was the clutch player in this situation. Arrow as well to find backside. Obviously runs into the off after, but here's where things were looking done. But Flickless, eye on the prize, and he will not shift his gaze. A 3K picked up. A 12th round now on the board for GX, and while Pipson is going to get his moment to speak with the crew as Team Liquid use their second.
Liquid on this? Dude, I feel like they can, you know that little like cubby area over towards B where you get pushed off. Camo got pushed off from the op angle here. Dude, I swear that pause is so strong.
Not too worried.
That's where you can just hold strong there the whole time.
The Team Liquid boys, but the coaches may be feeling a little bit different. It is a combo breaker, but
Nats is getting a little bit wrecked over towards B as well, for sure.
In this second half, GX are yet to win 2 in a row. This will be the first, and if they do it, they'll take it to Ascent. Now, we said this yesterday. Going into Ascent, I put Na'Vi as favorites. It's been their best map. I do the same here, but GX do not care about favorites. They haven't done throughout the entirety of their run. We've already seen BBL topple a couple of giants. they're looking to be the third.
Well, those barriers will go up one more time in regulation, but we may still see them again. For Team Liquid, they haven't lost 2 in a row.
Looking like they're going to go into the SOP though.
Side. If that keeps up, there's an overtime guaranteed. Great flash. The op denied. West side.
Yeah, it's a really big miss. Nats, what the? How can everyone over towards middle is just
and again, it just
a
seems
maniac.
like Liquid get the advantage, and someone's got to push.
Yeah, this mid-fight, it's been risky throughout. At times it's caused success, and other times it's been their demise.
He's got no util behind that.
Coming.
Just wall up,
that's
that's
one
it.
of the few that's been able to win this fight. Now the team look to try and reposition back towards A. Now bear in mind it's a complete switch of setups. The B site now has the sensor sat within it.
No anti-KO, yeah, true. Mostly because they're focused on going aggro, I think.
Tracks alongside Kiko. They've got the Nightfall ready to go.
Big duel on middle here. Really big duel on middle.
As well. Oh, this is going to be a tough hold. Reveal gets
It should be done, really. Kiko, super low HP, got hit by the fatal.
Well, the man has been carrying so many of these fights,
Ooh,
but now
look at this, though.
well.
Damn.
Element of surprise no longer
Moment Flash missed a little bit, but it doesn't matter.
With a shorty in hand, and it's been a long
Ascent
fought battle,
map.
a huge advantage that crumbled to nothing for
third
GX.
map.
It seems like
Giants have a nice ascent. Gonna
made
get close.
it over at long last. It's only Patatek who can get Liquid to an overtime, take down 4 players. It's just not looking possible.
There's no way. They already have
the
contact ready of Rare.
This was a nice map though.
It was a fantastic first half for GX and an
team struggling a lot on attack here. I definitely think some individuals from Liquid maybe need to chill, especially over towards middle. There's like 3 rounds where I don't think the kill had to go down on mid like that.